Now it's time for the Coach Lambert Show. Coach, glad to have you back.
Glad to be back.
You look a lot better. You've been under the weather.
I have. And the girls know this too. I have been sick 4 times this school year already, and it's just now October 2nd. I've had bronchitis, the stomach bug, and 2 different fever viruses. So this is my PSA for the video of wash your hands and take your vitamins, because I clearly have not been doing a good enough job. But hopefully I'm done with the sickness.
Yeah, so hopefully so. And then hydration and rest.
Yes.
Key too. Well, you said October, all right? So it's hard to believe, but we are halfway through the high school football season.
The regular season.
Right.
Because it's looking like we're going to be playing a little bit later this year.
Hopefully so. We're 5-0. Area game Friday at Pelham.
Yes.
Just down the road. It's actually closer to my house in River Chase than Spain Park.
Really?
So the last trip up to James Clemens, inclement weather.
To say the least.
But watching it on television, I wasn't able to make it. But we had a good turnout, a good crowd. And
we did. And the girls had a lot of fun. I mean, I have never in my life seen weather like that. It did not take a singular break. The rain didn't. And by the time we got back on the bus to go home, the girls had changed. Thank the Lord, they brought extra clothes. They had changed and got back on the bus. And some of them walked on, like, after taking their hair down, it looked like what they look like at camp when I send them off, go take your shower and come back drenched, like water pouring from their hair onto their shirts. It was the most insane football weather I've ever seen. But the fact that our team was able to go out there and win in inclement weather, I mean, we had that at Helena, but not to the degree that it was at James Clemens. It was really awesome. I think the girls still had a lot of fun, even though we were soaked. Coach
V on Jag Connection, which we do on Sunday nights, he mentioned, he goes, the cheerleaders seem to love the rain. He goes, we don't care for it too much. And
I don't care for it. The girls just like being silly, I think. And, we had fun. We're dancing in the rain. But after 2 rain games, I think we are all ready. Maybe for a drought. I'm just kidding. But ready for some dry games, because the one thing that really stinks about rain games is we don't get to stunt. So that takes away a lot of what we consider fun on Friday nights, but didn't stop us from cheering on the team. It was a great win, a great win over another 7A school, which is just super fun. But it was a great trip, and Coach V took us all to the Cracker Barrel beforehand, and we left school early. So it was a whole experience for the girls.
Great. So let's move to the competition side. We had the last Coach Lambert show. We put up a schedule. Well, that's changed. So I'll that'll be up on this show in a bit. And you just want to do an overview of what's changed?
Yeah, absolutely. So in true UCA fashion, things change after we already, put it out there. But now everything, from my understanding, is official. We compete at the Space Center Regional on October 20th. We are officially Division I, which, bummer. I was really hoping we would fall into Division II in the small school category. We're still about 50 kids over, so we will compete Division I. It's going to be fine. We're still going to do our job and do the best we can against the bigger schools. That's what we were in the last 2 years, just FYI. But after that, we go to the Magic City Regional on November 10th. That's on a Sunday. Then we compete in the AHSAA Central Super Regional at the Crossplex November 12th. And 1 week later, we are competing for a state championship at the Crossplex on November 19th or 20th. We don't know what day we're on yet.
So, but that's normally in December, correct?
Mid-December.
Okay.
Yeah. Last year, I think it was December 10th and 11th.
You know what? It might be a good thing. Get the competitions, give you a break there before you really ramp things up.
I agree. I at first was a little questionable about it, just because it's such a quick turnaround. It's going to make November really crazy. However, that means for varsity, our nationals preparation starts November 21st. And we've got extra time to revamp the routine for nationals, get things ready. We got to get to put away regional season early. And if we're on a hot streak coming off of Magic City and the Super Regional, it could be perfect timing for us to compete for a state championship that next week if we're riding the momentum. We have a successful turnout at those first two. So hopefully it all works out well. Ready or not, that's when the date is going to be. So.
And there's still some contingency dates in January, is that correct?
In December.
December?
So the
Okay.
contingency date is the UCA Magnolia Regional at the Jackson Coliseum in Mississippi. We are hoping to not have to use that date. It was initially the idea to take JV and varsity together because it was supposed to be the week of the state championship, so it would just kind of be flowing together. But now with the state championship being 3 weeks early, it's in a really random spot. So we will only go to that competition if varsity does not qualify one or both routines at Space Center or Magic City.
Okay, we've got, again, Pelham. Show up, Jag fans. Pelham is a region game, so it's,
yes,
just like Helena was. So we're all close together, and that's going to be it's a good facility.
Yeah, we played at Pelham 2 years ago, and I really liked it, mainly because we won. But it's always more fun to go places where you win. So
anything else you want to go over for now, or wait till the next show, or?
I don't think so. I will say, to all of our parents watching, we have been dealing with sickness after sickness after sickness in our program. And this has been a flu, COVID, strep season like I've never seen in my entire life. And I personally have never been this sick in my entire life. And I understand we all either go to or work in a high school. It's kind of a petri dish of illnesses, but please make sure your child is taking care of themselves, hydrating, washing their hands, doing all the things. It's really tough as we try to prepare for competition season with people out, and it's nobody's fault. I myself have been out because of various illnesses, but we are hoping to alleviate as much of that as possible. And good Lord, I am hoping that we don't have the January scary of everyone getting sick. Maybe we're getting it in the fall and we won't see it again. But please try everything you can to keep you and your family and your athletes healthy. That goes for injuries as well, but right now we are really focused on these sicknesses and trying to get everybody better.
Hydrate, rest, everyone stay safe and healthy. We'll see you on the next time right here on the Coach Lambert Show.
And the Jaguars need to stop here. Get on your feet and make some noise.
Welcome back to Jaguar Stadium. For the past 10 years, this place has been like a second home for us, and we are proud to be a part of this community. Last year, I moved my wealth advisory practice, RFG Advisory, to Inverness because we believe that investing goes way beyond the stock market. It's about local support, planning for a better future, and serving our neighbors. So let's enjoy these Jags and their relentless forward progress. Go Jags!
Now it's time for the senior spotlight. We have Ava Schach and we have Allie Shively. Welcome, girls.
We're glad to be here.
Hey, all right. So we have your two seniors. You have 8 seniors total, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll start with you, Ava. What age did you start to participate in cheerleading?
So I technically started the rec program for Spain Park cheer at 2nd grade, but I've been doing gymnastics since I was about 3. So I've been doing tumbling and stuff like that before.
Yeah, that's pretty common, it seems.
Yes.
You have to have, especially at this level, you have to have the tumbling, and that comes from gymnastics early on.
Yes.
So what's your position or role on the team?
So I'm a senior co-captain this year, and I'm a side base.
Okay. What is your best skill or the skill that you enjoy the most as far as tumbling, stunting?
I'd probably say on the stunting side, it's probably back handspring pull-ups, which are new this year. But as far as like the tumbling, it's probably either a layout or just anything to a tuck. Okay.
And to this point, so you still have the rest of your senior year to make memories. To this point, what's your favorite memory or one or two of them?
I'd say like on the sideline sort of things, I'd probably say our Hoover game for football this year. On the competition team, it was probably getting pulled up to go to nationals my sophomore year and just being able to compete game day with varsity and score 6th.
Yeah, that was a good year 2 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, last year was great too.
Yes.
Personal goals, team goals for the rest of your senior season?
Yes, so I'd say as a team, I think we're all trying to just be really good at communicating and being able to talk to each other and learn from each other, whether we be freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, like everyone just offering something to the team. As far as personal goals, I'd probably say just continuing to be consistent with my skills and working to get better as far as tumbling goes.
Right, you bring up a good point. It seems like this is the first time you have a good number of freshmen and sophomores on the varsity,
Yes.
especially on sideline.
Yes.
You know, because some of them at an early age get pulled up for competition. But
Mhm.
so you have a 4-year gap between some of you.
Yes, it's definitely been new, but I think it's been great for us.
All right, plans after high school.
I'm going to go to college. I'm not quite sure where yet, but I think I am going to try and see if I would like to pursue cheering in college.
Okay. Now, Allie, thanks again for being here. So
Yes.
what age? I assume you started early as well?
Kind of like Ava. I started gymnastics when I was really little, and then I started competition cheer, I think. And now I was really little.
Like ACE or
Yes, I
something like
did.
that?
I didn't live here, but I started it when I think when I started kindergarten.
Okay. So now, as a senior, you're a senior leader. What is your role or position in the team?
So I'm a senior, and then a back spot and captain.
Okay. As I asked Ava, what's your best skill or favorite skill?
I really like cartwheel fulls or round of handspring fulls.
Okay. And your best memory or memories to this point?
I really like any single time that we advance at nationals when we're all like sitting there in the baseball stadium and we hear our name called. It's really fun.
Yeah, that's a
Exciting.
nice.
Yes, it's nerve-wracking, but it's always fun.
Yeah, the one last year for, I guess, traditional.
Yes,
that
it was
was
scary.
The video's on the channel, so you guys can watch it. Personal goals, team goals this year?
I just want everybody to be confident in what we're putting on the mat, and I really want to hit at finals this year.
And then your plans after high school?
I'm going to go to the University of Alabama.
Okay. Well, girls, I know that you've had a tough practice, and it's you guys are
Yes.
coming. Well, there's no such thing as that's all there is, right?
Yeah.
There's no easy practices.
No.
And I appreciate you taking the time to come in. And for those of you watching, remember to subscribe and then hit notifications so you know when we have content on the channel. Thanks again, girls.
You're welcome.
Thank you.